Good morning. Just checking camera settings. Getting ready to head off. It is just about twilight. Sunrise is about half an hour. I'm at June Lake Trailhead. Doors locked. Getting ready to head out. Hiking up from June Lake towards Loowit Trail. A few birds out this morning. Nothing big, thankfully. A couple of dozer trails through here. Hiking up the trail above June Lake. A little bit of ascent here. June Lake and the waterfall were really pretty, but somebody's camping like right on a lake. You know, they have to step on their tent just to go see it, so I'll stop on the way out. I think this is it. Loowit Trail 116. That way. Cruising along here next to what looks like maybe an old lava flow. Starting to get some glimpses of Mount St. Helens through the trees and the rock. Hiking up the side of this rock slide, and here's something I've wanted to see for a long time. Look at that. Oh my goodness. And there's Mount St. Helens. Still enjoying the views of this inversion layer while I make my way through this boulder field. There's Mount St. Helens up ahead. We're going to see that all day, except we're in the trees. I think that inversion layer behind me, that's pretty. I think it may lift before I get out of those trees over there. And not a hood. Ocean of clouds. Here we go. Loowit Trail and Monitor Ridge. I think that's Climber's Bivouac down there. Double check Gaia. Yeah. Go down that trail to Climber's Bivouac. Alright. Trail looks pretty flowy here for the next couple of miles. We'll make up some time. That way. I can't get over this inversion layer. It goes all the way from Mount Adams over there to Mount Hood over there. Looks like it goes clear out to the ocean. This is unreasonably beautiful. Alright, gotta go. See my trail. Sometimes they go up and down the gully to kind of keep it flat. Sometimes they just go like straight across. See all the steam clouds, I don't know, rolling over some of these ridges. Pretty. Now we got some runnable trail right on the side of a cliff, but maybe don't run too fast. Just crossing one ridge to another gully. I think we're coming up on a crossing here. See what this one does. I think we'll go around or we'll go through. Are we there yet? Nope. What do you think? There's a rope. Here we go. What do you think? Should we rappel or just use it as a guide? Yeah, not too bad. Okay, now I gotta go up. Well, that would have been a lot harder without that rope. Soapy layers. All right, onward. All right, here's the trail down. If you look way over there, you can see the trail back up the other side of this very large gully. I think one of these is the South Fork of the Toutle River. Still coming down the same ridgeline. There was a big gully over there. Now we bounce back to this big gully over here. We crossed this one a while back. All this old growth. I almost imagine a big ant walking through here. Alright, poles. Let's go tackle this climb. Alright, do you remember a long time ago when I said, look at that trail way over there on the other side of the gully? That's where we gotta go. I think that was right over there somewhere. And then came all the way down through this old growth forest. Refill the water, come all the way back up this shelf trail. And I'm not to the top yet. It's definitely not the high point of the trail. That's over on Windy Pass. Could go for some wind right now. A big pretty mountain. That's what I imagine hiking up a sand dune feels like. I don't know if this is sand or some sort of ash pile or what, but it's not very stable. Pretty though, different. All right, I think I finally crested the steepest part of the ridge. I'm gonna go up and around over that way, but it's the first time I've seen the tree fall from the blast. Now they're all in a straight line, and then there's just a little, it just drops off that side there. See it over there, all the stumps. Jeez, you can't even see the blast opening yet. We'll get there. Just kind of cruising along this north and west face of the mountain, a little at a time. I found another gully. A trail there, and back up and over around that point, where there's probably another one. Just getting to where you can see the open side of the mountain. That's one side of the crater, and this is the other side of the crater. going over this way. Oh, there's Spirit Lake. My first view of Spirit Lake. I have seen so many deer and elk tracks. There have got to be just covered up. Some sort of device over there. It's like a teepee, but probably a measuring tool of some sort. Alright. We'll keep rolling. A couple of sites to see. We are on what is called Floating Island Lava Flow. Notice all the trees are tiny. And then little square buildings on the ridge over there is the Mount St. Helens Visitor Center. And this ridge line here is called Studebaker Ridge. Doesn't really look like a Studebaker, but yeah, maybe. Alright, still cruising. A little at a time. I think it's about as best I can do to see into the crater. I think that's Loowit Falls there. And then, oh, the two sides. Oh, there. Keep going. Looks like Mars. Just came across the big lava flow there. There's Loowit Falls, I think. I don't know. There's several waterfalls through here, but yeah, it's lower Loowit Falls. We'll get going. There it is. Middle and Loowit Falls. We are headed up this hill to Windy Pass. Wind's kind of picking up behind me. That'll be the high point to the trail. Just 500 feet of climbing. 50 flights of stairs. You're good to go. Still climbing Windy Pass. Living up to its name. Trail's a little cliffy at times. There's the top. That one. What about this one? Good area. Yeah. Didn't say that on the other side. Plains of Abraham. Somehow I lost my view of Mount Rainier. Should be right over there somewhere. No longer. Unless it's to the right. Oh, there it is. There you go. Mount Rainier. Jeez. Really neat spot over here. Kind of see lava flow down that chute. Really spread out before it drops down over there. Gotta get across there somewhere. Got a pretty decent climb. And that giant gully there. And then falls flat and then trees. This is a gorge. Yes. See if I can get a better picture when I cross it in a few minutes. So many gullies. Feels like 4 or 5 in a row. And then there's this big guy. Holy moly. Looks like we go down here and across the creek and then up that little crevice there. And then there's another one on the other side. Good Lord. Okay, let's get to it. Not as bad as I thought. Just a little scree-esque over there. Here's crossing the scree slope. the big one. On to the next one. Turn to the boulder fields. A little more trail in this one now. Getting closer. Now we're in the shade on the east side. Getting back into the trees. Hopefully coming around to the south side of the slopes here soon. I think about 2.5 to 3 miles left. Slow going. Finally out of the boulder field. Back into an old forest. Other than my noise, it's very, very quiet. Sorry. The junction. Time to go back to the car. Loowit Trail, full loop, number 216. Let's go hang out at June Lake for a minute. There it is. From here, all the way around Loowit Falls, Plains of Abraham, Gully, June Lake. And we're done.